Kendall, and today we are going to be doing a May recap, but as you can see, I don't even have May's budget down because sometimes that's just how life goes. So I did create a draft budget so I know what our beginning budget was, and then I have our actual, which was at the end. So we're kind of just going to do it all in one. So to start off, we combine our income, and we weren't sure at the time how much I was going to get after taxes, 401k, our medical stipend. Just, we weren't sure how exactly it was all going to shake out. So we were pretty conservative on our budget for May because I hadn't received my first paycheck yet. So to start off, we expected $5,400 for the month, and we ended up bringing in $9,322, which is an extra $3,922. Next, we're going to go over our fixed expenses. So we have mortgage, and we expected it to be $1,181, and it did end up being that. So we can just write it over here, and no changes there. Our phone bill, we expected that to be $137, and it was. Same with garbage. It was supposed to be $77. No disappointment there. Life insurance was supposed to be $38, and life insurance was actually $38. And actually all the fixed expenses were as intended. So this internet was $30. Netflix was $10. And Hulu was $1. So the total fixed expenses is $1,474, and that was what it was actually. So that's always nice. Next, we have variable expenses, and we have sinking funds, which we expected to put $1,798 in. We actually ended up putting way more in there, so we put $3,391, which was an extra $1,593, which we'll kind of go over when we look at our sinking funds over here. Next, we have groceries. We expected $600, and we ended up spending $702. May is my birthday month, so we did have a barbecue at the house, and it was hard to shop for the week of meals and regular groceries and separate it out for the food for the party. So some of it did get lumped in there. So that was why it ended up being so much over. Next, we have a restaurant, which we did expect to spend $125, and we went over in this category also. May is one of our hardest ones, and we spent $182. We had went out to dinner for my birthday, like on my actual birthday, and then we had a veterans free certificate from Texas Roadhouse, and that expired at the end of May, so then we had to go out. Well, we didn't have to, but we wanted to go out and use that. And then our realtor that we bought the house from sends buy one get one free for certain restaurants, and so we also went to dinner for that, which kind of added up our total variable expenses. So we expected to put $2,523 for variable expenses, but we did end up spending $4,275, which is over by $1,752. Next, for savings, we had expected $1,403, but with that extra income, we were able to add $3,573 to our savings, which is very nice. So while this is negative, we went over, it's always a good thing to put extra money in savings, and this is the total for our extras as well. Alrighty, so that is how we expected May to go, how it actually went, and our variances there. Next, we're going to move over to our sinking funds for May. I am going to move across. So normally I will go down each column, but we're going to kind of move across this time. So for Amazon, we are not contributing towards, and we are not going to keep, but we haven't decided what to do with that money yet. So we're just keeping it in there. Next, we have auto insurance. We didn't expect to contribute anything, and we didn't add anything. We did get a refund from our insurance, $648, because we bought a new motorcycle for myself, and the insurance changed on that. We got a refund, so that was nice. So that brings us up to $1,018.81. For auto maintenance, we had expected to put $200 in there. We had to add a little extra to $228, and we ended up spending $228.81, which ends up clearing that account out. So it had 81 cents. We added $228, and we literally spent $228.81, which is just funny when that happens because it's not usual. So there's nothing in there for the end of May. Matt did buy a new windshield for his bike, the MT-07, and he bought new oil filter for it and oil for his bike and my bike once it gets its first oil change this summer. For beauty, we expected to put $220, and that's what we did put in there. And I spent $123.51 on eyebrows, waxes, and nail decals, and some other things. Our ending for beauty is $96.81. And for car tabs, we didn't plan to add anything, and we didn't. We also didn't spend anything, so it still has the $275. For clothes, we both expected to budget $50. And we did put $50 in for each of us. I spent $41.31. Oh, whoops, $41.31 on a shirt. I bought some shorts. I bought a skirt. I think that was it. So that was $46.07, and Matt spent $20.12. So he has $31.98. For Costco, we didn't contribute anything and we didn't spend it. This isn't until the end of the year. Next, we have dogs. We expected to put 100 in here, and that's what we actually did. We spent $85.24. which leaves an ending of $16.21. This was for a couple bags of dog food and some treats. Electric, we expected to put 90. We did put 90, and for the month it was 85. So that leaves 3107, or no, 3109 in the account. Next we have entertainment. So we expected to put 400. We had tried to put enough to cover it, but we still ended up needing more, so we added a total of 616 and we spent $573.18. My friend and I had got a new tattoo. Matt did Topgolf with my brothers. I had a dinner with some of my girlfriends. We put the decorations for the luau birthday party in there. We had breakfast with Matt's brother-in-law a couple times, and my sister came to visit, so it just kind of added up. This leaves $43.52 in the account. For fitness, we didn't add anything and we didn't spend anything, so we still have 96, and that's the same for furniture. Next, for gas, we put the normal 200 that we always do, and it wasn't enough, so we had to add 252, and then we ended up spending 282.72, which, wow, 2 and 1. So this is 0, and then this plus this equals that, and so there's nothing left in this category either. That's crazy. Oh, this one up here, I don't know why I scratched it out. 0.65. Okay. Next we have Christmas. We didn't plan to add anything to it. It's still pretty well funded for this upcoming season. Next we have gifts, and we didn't plan to add anything to it, and we did spend $160.64. So that leaves $431.84. That was for Mother's Day, or Matt's gift to me was in here. And then also for my birthday, I went with my friend and sister and we went to this candle shop, and I designed and bought my own candle as a gift to myself. So that was fun. And for HOA, we didn't add anything, we didn't spend anything, so that still has $360. Next, for home extras, we had planned to add 40. We ended up adding more. We ended up adding 129, and we spent $81.51, which gives us an ending of $60.88. We bought a fridge filter, was the majority of that, and then a few other little things. Next we have home improvement. We expected to add 100, and we did add 100. We did spend $65.24, which was for stain for the fence, and then we bought weed killer also. So we have $735.47 in there. Next we have hunting and outdoors, and we plan to spend add 150 from our budget. And this is where a big chunk of our extra came in. We added $1,358 and spent $1,368.96, leaving 1 penny in here. We bought 2 kayaks for the summer, and Matt bought a scope and bullets. We had to buy a life jacket. In May, I think we had gotten mine, and I don't think we got Matt's until June, but we also had to buy paddles, so we are definitely looking for a summer on the lake, which will be fun. Medical, we plan to add 50, and that is what we added. We didn't spend anything, so we have $418.50. Next we have office supplies and books. We had expected to add 30, and that is what we added. I did spend $38.85 for stamps to mail out some cards. Also bought a few things for my office desk at work, like decorative items, so we have $10.86. Next we have technology. We didn't plan to add anything. We didn't spend anything, so we still have 88 cents here. For vacation, we plan to add 100. and we kept that in there. So we have $130.80. Next we have water bill. So we expected to add 18. We did add 18, and this is a quarterly bill, so we didn't pay it this month. And we have $34.40. We paid it in April, so that was for the first quarter. So our totals, we have 1,798, and then our actual that we added was 3,391, and we spent 3,149.46, which leaves $6,013.06 that we keep in a separate checking account. But this is how May looks financially for us. It definitely had some overages. We do need to get better at planning for May, but I had started my new job in April and it just kind of like hit us all at once. So this is what it looks like. We're thankful that we had the extra income to cover a lot of this stuff, and I think that also helped us to spend more. So we do need to keep an eye on that, so we are not elevating our lifestyle based on the extra income. We would still like to keep it conservative and try to save as much as we can. We are both contributing a large portion to 401k so that we can get the match. Both of our companies do offer a decent match percentage, so we do take advantage of that. And I also will add that as of recording this, we did buy a new Toyota Tacoma, so we did get it on a loan. We did get a good interest rate on it, and that is a sneak peek of what will happen for June. Thanks for following along on our journey, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.